Hey guys, this is Umberto from Max Fitness and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to show you how to release a stiff neck, especially when it just happened. You possibly woke up like that, you feel really stuck, you cannot move around. So I'm going to show you a quick drill on how you can release those stiff muscles and how you can get back to moving normally again. So we're going to start with this guy here, the lacrosse ball. That's something you've possibly seen in many channels when we talk about releasing muscles or trigger points. What this one does is basically replacing a massage. So it's something you can do on your own. It's a way for you to work on your trigger points on your own. So if you get one of those, it can be a great tool to keep in your home gym, in your gym bag, and help you release a triggered area that gets really stiff and they cause a lot of pain. So let's get into it. So let's go straight on my right side, which is I know affected by a bit of stiffness from generally from training and from my bed posture sometimes when I stay too much in front of my computer. So what do you do with that? You first need a mat and something that doesn't let this escape, as it's gonna stay right here where it hurts. So we are talking about mainly this area. You don't want to go too high or you won't be able to get on the top of the trigger point. So if you massage it with your hands, you're gonna find that the area that is affected is more or less here, okay? So you get the ball straight on the point. If it's too painful, you might instinctively try to bring the shoulder forward. So make sure that it's nice and flat and you work it around. You just try to move and stay on the most painful spot. You're going to evaluate how painful it is really. We're going to use a scale from 1 to 10. So 1 is really easy, don't feel anything. 10 is unbearable and you need to stop. So you want to be on a 5-6 level, no more than that. Now why is that? When you release trigger points, you can either upset more a muscle or relax it. If it gets too hot, let's say, and it goes too high in the number on the pain level, you're not going to actually relax. You're going to get more stiff. You will try to protect yourself because it's so painful. So you want to keep the pain under control. So as I say, you find the most stiff spot, the most painful one, but you need to stay on it till it goes down to a 4 now in pain level. So you need to relax the shoulder, try not to bring it forward because you're going to create more tension. Relax, stay on it. Now that I'm totally relaxed, you breathe deeply and see how you get on. After a few moments, it should get better quite quickly. At this stage, you will need to apply more pressure. How you're going to do that is by lifting your bum off the floor into a bridge position. So you stay like that, and again, now you're going to find more pressure given on the top of this trigger point. Again, it's going to go back up to 6, possibly 7, the pain, and you want to control it and make sure that it goes back down. So you breathe deeply, you try to relax, try not to bring your shoulders forward. That's the main reason possibly why it's so stiff. You relax in this position, try not to drop down with your bum, so stay nice and high. And yes, when it goes down to a 4, you're gonna start to floss the muscle first. So you're gonna rotate the arm and go with your hand above your head, and then rotate again and get down. If you feel like there is some area that hurts the most, I would suggest to stop there for a few moments. You breathe deeply and then gently work it out. In that way, you're gonna basically work on the trigger point and make it relax a bit more efficiently. So you work around that. As it gets better, you can also apply a bit of speed and a bit more pressure. So if you're getting too tired of staying with the bum off the floor, you can place a foam roller or a yoga block like that, just under your bum. So you can keep it lifted and you can relax on it a bit more. But careful, because those might force you to apply more pressure. You're not in control anymore. In that way, you put that way too much, okay? Oh. So this is the first step. So we're gonna work first on trigger point. You might possibly have a second trigger point, which is right on the top of your shoulders. And we're going to see this in a moment. Right guys, if you got the chance to use a barbell and a squat rack, it's going to allow you to work on trigger points from the top and not only from the back. So what we're going to do is we're going to go under the bar and we're going to control the pressure using our legs. So you first again relax your right arm. In this case we are working on the right side, so you try to relax and you work around this painful spot. Once you find it, then you will need to apply pressure. You might need to lean a little bit back or forward, it depends on how it feels. But make sure that your left hand is actually on the bar so it doesn't move around. You're gonna hold it like that and you breathe deeply. Again, the pain is gonna be quite bad at the beginning, so you control it where you're gonna achieve a 6 at the start and a 4 at the end of it. So you breathe deeply, you hold it there. Perfect. As it gets better, you can apply pressure again and get it back up to 6 one more time. Or, like we did on the floor, we're gonna floss the muscle, going all the way up with your arm and then behind the lower back. And you keep doing that till it feels smooth and a little bit easy to bear. Once you're done with that, we can also floss this muscle by turning our head. So we're gonna turn to the left and back in the middle. We keep turning left and back in the middle. So you're gonna do that till you feel you cannot make any more physical changes. So you're gonna keep doing that for a couple of minutes possibly. If you are much quicker than that, it's not possibly that bad. So doing this exercise is gonna allow you to be without pain almost on a daily basis. Right, at this stage, we're gonna stretch the muscle. So what we want after working on all these trigger points is to stretch this muscle that has been stiff for way too long. So we're gonna utilize a bench or a chair if you don't have one, and we're gonna hold on the bench with the other hand. So you need to stay nice and upright, your shoulders back and down, hold the bench, and then you lean more to the opposite side of where it hurts. Now, in this case, I'm creating a bit more tension, even pulling down with my arm. And you're gonna bring your chin as close as possible to your opposite shoulder. So, you're gonna bring it down with the other hand. You keep pressure. You don't wanna overdo it. As we said earlier, we wanna work on stretches, controlling the pain levels, okay? So we don't want to overdo it, we want to relax, we want to get into the stretch. So you hold it like that, and you breathe deeply. Once you feel like you have been having some physical changes, so you can see that the muscle is actually stretching, your head can go much lower, you gotta take a deep breath, relax a little bit further, and give a bit of pressure with your hand now. And you're gonna hold it like that. How long you need to hold it for, it all depends really on how painful it is, how much you can move, and so on. So I would say go by the feeling. When it hurts, it's gonna go up to 6. When you control it, you relax into the stretch, you're gonna go down to a 4. When you think that you cannot make any more physical changes, then is the time that you actually stop doing the stretch. I'm gonna show you on the side. So again, you're gonna grab on something, you pull down, shoulders back and down, nice and upright, you lean on the side, and with your hand, apply pressure, and you bring it down. Right. The last final bit that we need to work on is actually on our neck mobility. It's not going to be a super complicated exercise, but it needs to be done in order for your muscle to get, your vertebra especially, to work all together with your neck muscles. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna tilt back and then start to do big head circles. One way. And another one. So you try to work on both ways, and you're gonna spend a couple of minutes doing so. You might be feeling a bit dizzy, so take it easy and stop whenever you need, okay? So be gentle, be kind to yourself. After doing those, you should be feeling already much better compared to when you started. The idea is that you're going to repeat those throughout the day whenever you can, really, even if it's not all of it, but some portion, some part of it, at least to keep the pain away from coming back. Right guys, that was the video for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm going to see you again soon. Goodbye.